video how to make clouds first. Let's start with the clouds. This is the color I'm taking. Is this cerulean blue, cooler blue, and then I'll take some cobalt blue, which is the warmer blue. Okay, mix it up. I'll use my other brush here. This is a number 3 brush, a round brush, Chinese calligraphy brush. It's good for the big washes, not big, sorry, just a kind of medium washes. Okay, so just watch me how I do the wash. Okay, you go all the way across the paper. Take some more cobalt blue because kind of a little not too intense, so take more cobalt blue. Go across the paper. Okay. Get some water. Soften the edges. Soften the edge. Go slowly all the way to the end. Don't worry about we're gonna do something else on the bottom, so not worry about where to start the sky. Even though if I go all the way down, that's okay too. It's give you a good practice to do washes, how to do washes. So let's put some water here. Let's get some water here. And I remember in the class I just do go quick with the wash like this, and what it does, it creates a nice sparkles on the water. So the color I'm using is a cerulean blue, cooler blue. As you can see, as soon as I drag my brush on the dry paper, it creates nice dry brush marks. Okay. And then I would smudge it a little bit with the more water, more cerulean blue. I'll take some turquoise also, just warm it up. As the water reaches to the shoreline, I'll just mix some turquoise blue. It look more cooler. Okay, there you go. So we have the water almost ready. I'll just make some wave here, kind of highlight. Okay, I clean my brush. Now the brush is all clean. There's no pigment in the brush. So if I drag my brush, clean brush, see what happened. It creates a nice line. What happened when you have the clean brush and you drag that brush on the wet surface, so it takes the pigment. But basically we're lifting the pigment from the paper. So okay. Now sky, I can go with a soft paper towel, maybe Kleenex, a regular kitchen paper towel, and just soak it with the water, and I will lift some colors here for my clouds. Darker sky, more clouds visible, but as you go on the lighter, you won't see much. So I would just go lift it up here on where the skies are darker. So there you go. Don't do too much, otherwise it will look too many clouds on the sky. Just a little bit here and there. Right. There you go. Okay, I'm gonna take some now. Yellow ochre, which is the kind of a darker yellow, earthy color. What happened it I will mix a little bit cobalt blue, just tone it down because sometimes it's really yellow. So I tone it down and I will mix it up with some burnt sienna also, which is the darker orange here. There you go. Get some more yellow ochre. And now this is the shore, the beach, whatever you call. See how I'm just dragging my brush. Now some of these color is getting to the sea, which I just lifted up. Let's make some more the yellow ochre here. Okay. We're gonna do quick, so otherwise the video will be too long. Right? There you go. Now let's put some. Let's mix some gray color, and I will just mix cobalt blue and a little bit burnt sienna, which is give me a nice gray. You can see that how kind of warm gray is not a cool gray, because burnt sienna is a darker orange and cobalt blue is warm blue also. So when you mix these two colors, it gives you a nice warm gray. But if I push a little bit cerulean blue, it tends to go maybe cooler gray, as you can see now. Okay, let's put some here and there. Basically, this is a casting shadow of the clouds. If the light is coming from here, then the shadow tend to go here, blocking here and there. I would put some Naples yellow. This is the more opaque yellow, so I'll just introduce some Naples yellow also on the clouds. Sometimes clouds appear a little bit yellowish also, and purple. So I'll just go use a little purple here. Just a variation in the color. Bring some more interest. Some clouds here in the distance cloud. Just a little bit here and there. Just soften the edge. Too dark. Let's lift it up a little bit more. See how granulation happened? Because I mix three colors, a yellow ochre, cobalt blue, and some purple. As soon as I introduce three color, and one is a little bit heavy, opaque, which is the Naples yellow. So what happened is the granulation starts. As you can see, it has nice texture. Okay, let's leave these clouds alone. Too much work done already. Let's spread this out of here. Okay, let's make the edges soft here because it's getting harder. Let's blend in the shoreline. Put some French ultramarine purple and just highlight. Just put a little bit here so it'll blend in. Dry the brush. Okay. soften the edges here also. Okay, now let's start. Put some hills here. I would just put some clean water, maybe houses and house or gray, and I'll just drag my brush. Keep that white open. As I remember, I told you in this explain in the class. Try to keep that open. And let's introduce some yellow ochre and some more French ultramarine, mix more gray. Okay. Let's clean it up here. Some housekeeping here because okay. Okay. Let's put some dark here. Let's mix it up. Cobalt blue, burnt sienna. Put some dark because it kind of get light. More yellow ochre. Lift it up. Okay. More gray mix. Now you know how I'm mixing my gray. I like this. Okay. And let's get some shadow on the water also. Clean water. And let the color bleed into the water. As you can see, it's bleeding now. And let's put some leftover mixed paint here. There you go. You cast the shadow in the water more. Introduce more clean water and let it go. Let it spread more. Let's put mix more gray. Burnt sienna, cobalt blue, and let's go more. Keep putting some black here. Sorry, gray here. Okay. So I'll stop the recording here when it's dry, and then I'll start the recording again. I'll show you. Then I'm going to start working on the dry. Let this first wash dry. Once it's dry, then I'm going to start working on the dry wash. Let it dry. Stop the recording. Let's put some leftover color here on the foreground. Just the hint of the sand or something. If you put a little gray here, like darker yellow ochre here and there, and it give you a nice texture of the sand. So here and there, let's leave it. Okay, let's pause the video. Okay, so the wash is kind of dry now, not exactly dry. Now this is a close-up. Let me show you something here. Actually, I was talking about the granulation, right? So that's what it looks like. If I go zoom in, as you can see, some texture build up on the sky and the clouds. And let me show you here also. Yeah, here, right there. Okay. Okay, let's working on. Now it's time to do some doodling. I'll use my dagger brush. Okay, that's fine. Where's my dagger brush? I just use the big one. I have this one here, which is all gone. I think it's a 1/2 inch dagger brush. You can see, let me focus a little bit more here. No focus here. Okay, there you go. So you can see that's how I bought it. They're good brushes. Okay, let's get this. Oh, here, there's another. This is the smaller one. And that's what I was looking for actually. Let me show you here. There you go. Okay. Okay, let's start doodling here. I have some gray color mix here. Let's mix the gray. Okay, let's put a boat here first. I would just put a small board, maybe here, not too big, because otherwise the video is going to be too big. So small boat here, a little mass here, rope here, and I would just use a little black here, so otherwise I have to keep mixing the gray over and over. So I'll just put a little black here at the edge, right, and here, and something in distance. Let's make a boat here, just doodling the mass of the boat. Too much gray. Let's clean it up, make it a little paler, otherwise it's going to be too dark. And maybe some houses here, like a small hearts. Let's randomly go through this. It's a hint that something is in there. Okay, I'll use nice cadmium red. Right, cadmium red. I will put a roof of the house here, so it'll look more prominent here and there. It's a red. Let's clean the brush. Okay, let's put cadmium orange. Mix it up with the red. Become more intense. Yeah, let's clean it up. Let's go with some more gray, cast a shadow. More houses. That's a hint. Okay. Now so the boat. Ropes here and there. Maybe casting a shadow on the water. Let's get a pure red. Mix up with the orange. Okay. Let's make this boat a little red from here. That way it's going to look more paler. There you go. I'll lift some color here out of the boat. There you go. Lift more. And put a red here instead of, and let the red work. And let's lift it up. There you go. Otherwise it would look very dull. Okay, this is the casting shadow. Some shadows from the back of the boats, probably they're not in the scene, but they're casting shadow also, just to help this boat to get more darker. Maybe here, as you can see, it's not from this boat, but it's just maybe the boats are sitting here, which is not, we don't see on our canvas. Bring some more contrast on the painting. Okay. Okay. Don't do too much, otherwise it looks too dark. Just a little bit here and there. Okay, now I'm gonna get a nice turquoise, like very beautiful color turquoise, and I'll start put on the board. Just let it bleed. Maybe flags here and there, or maybe put like straight on the some boats in the distance, and maybe flags. There's a small flag here. Okay, and some red flags here, small. Bring more interest in the painting. Maybe a red flag here on this boat also. Maybe a trim of the boat, I'll make it red. There you go. It bleeds. Let me take it out, that color. Yeah. Okay. Now this color, I didn't use it so far, but it's a nice color. It's called sepia. If you mix cobalt blue with sepia, it gives you a nice dark gray, almost like black, but it is a gray also, as you can see. There you go. Nice dark gray, warm gray. Put some more here. Put some in the front of the board. And just put some here also. So bring more contrast. Okay. Good. Now let's put a figure. I'm going to use the other brush, which is the liner brush. As you can see how thin it is at the front. Let me try to focus. Oops. There you go. As you can see how thin it is. This is my finger, and there's a brush here. So how thin it is. Okay. Let's focus the painting. All right. Let's put some figures. Maybe person standing here by the boat. And nice sepia, his head. His legs are here. Hands. Carrying something. It's coming towards the boat basically. His one leg is up, so you won't see it. Now he's casting a little shadow also. Okay, now some other, let's use this turquoise. And I'll put some more figures here in the background. Maybe here, or maybe here. People are working sepia. The legs. Yeah, this, Actually it's still wet, so can get the mixing up on the wet to wet. That's okay. Sepia, his head, hands. You know what? I'll wipe it off because it doesn't work it out here. Wipe it off. Lift it up. Because it's so wet right now, I can lift it up. Now let's put it somewhere else on the dry surface here. It has to be smaller than this person in the front. So head, dry sepia, dry brush, not too much water in it. Again, he's walking also, so his one leg is short, the other leg is kind of lift up. And some hands. Let's put his face with the red, nice red color. Let me see if I can, yeah, there you go. Hands. Actually, he's coming toward the boat also. Maybe he's carrying something in his hand. Get a dry, no water in the brush, just a pigment. Here you go. Let's mix it up, this color. Make his shadow more prominent. Okay. And I will use some white opaque watercolor, as you can see the tube. So Da Vinci Prominent Artist Titanium White. Okay. Straight from the tube. I'll open the tube and I'll get the color right from the tube, as you can see, and for the highlight. Straight from the tube. Okay. Just for the highlights. So here and there, will need to be precise. Bird here. That's a little bit more water. Kind of too much pigment. Hard to control here. Bird here. Here to energize the painting. Highlight again the masses, the poles, boat poles or whatever. A little bit water. I mix it up and some ropes. Oops, too much rope. And I will cast, I'll put some white here against his shoulder and the boat. It'll look like a light coming on his shoulder. I can't put it on this person because this person is already too wet. I can't introduce white. Okay, let's drag some brush, make some tiny waves in the distance with the, I don't want to waste the color. So let's put some lines across. Get some more pigment. Okay, and maybe a bird here. This has a shadow. I mean the light on the other side. Some ropes here and there. Just a suggestion. Make this. Hey, and a little bit here. White. Let's take some white. Let's just let this disappear. It doesn't look too good. And the white of the boat, and put another rope on the boat. I would just, let's bring some more interest. Maybe a mass here, right? And there you go. Let's quickly. And I will cast the shadow of the rope also. Put a little bit underneath that here. And also a little bit thick rope, but it's okay. Just show you guys what's going on. Let's lift some color from his shirt. Look too dark. Now see the turquoise in the bottom? It appears now because it was overtaken by the gray color. As you can see, nice turquoise sitting underneath. So I'll just put some more highlights here on his shoulder, on his leg, and the front leg, and some on his head also. There you go. On his head too. A little bit here on the trim of the boat. Let's put some on the trim of the boat here. There you go. Right. I think this video should be enough, because otherwise it's going to be too big of a video to upload. Okay, I'll stop here. I think you guys get the idea how to lay down the first wash, then highlight. If any questions, let me know. Okay, I'll stop the recording here. Thank you. Oops, it's not in focus. Okay, here. Here, let me just zoom it in. Actually, funny, I can't move. Let me move the camera a little bit here. Good. Oops. Here. So you will see the other side of the painting also. There you go. More closer look. There you go. This and the other guy. Closer look. Focus. There you go. Okay. Move the camera. I'll stop the recording here. I had the background also. Let's show the background. There you go. And some clouds also. Okay. Okay, I'll stop the recording. Thank you.